Today's show takes us to our home track, Greystone Speedway. Everybody sit back and enjoy. Here we are at Greystone Speedway. We're with the Jennings boys. Kenneth Jennings, appreciate you being with us today.
Glad to be here. Glad to have you all out with us today.
And Victor Jennings, his son, the owners of Greystone Speedway. Victor, thank you for doing this for us.
Oh, thank you for coming. Appreciate you coming out and doing these interviews with everybody.
Well, I've got to open up our show today with the question I know that a lot of people's asking. Who decided to have a RC racetrack?
Well, it was kind of maybe a joint venture, I guess. He decided to get an RC car, and I decided to build a track for it. So
well, there you go. So you just went up and said, "Hey, Dad, think about trying to have a track."
Yeah, I'm glad he knows how to run equipment good, because I'd be in trouble.
I tell you what, this man can run the equipment, can he? He can get on and take off.
Sure can.
Well, not only that, man, Greystone Speedway, I remember the first days, and I remember coming up here once, and you were still working on building it. And I remember looking at the outdoor speedway. It looked like a pond dried out. I'd never seen an RC track like that, man, but I was like, wow, this is fixing to be something good.
Well, when we got started, we were actually just, like I said, making a place for me and him and a couple of our buddies just to play. We'd never been in the RC business, didn't know really what we were doing. We were just, but we had a piece of equipment and we started working. And when I got going in it, I used to do a little dirt racing back in the late 80s and early 90s.
Yeah.
Volunteer speedway kind of come in my mind, and I just kind of, kind of modeling off of that high banked, wanted something high banked, and so we just started working on these rocks out here, and didn't have a clue about where we were going to get dirt to go on it or anything, but all that stuff just fell in.
Just fell in place.
And we didn't even know at the time. We didn't even know about you all. It's just kind of odd
right.
how things come together.
Well, we don't call those things coincidences. We just call those things as the Lord giving us things. He lines it all up for us. But Victor, did you imagine back when you and your dad was building the outdoor track over? Did you imagine that? How many years has that been now?
It's been 10.
10 years. Did you think? And I didn't even realize we've been. Did you think 10 years ago that you'd be sitting right here today?
No, I didn't. Never once dreamed of it. But I'm glad it's went as far as it has, for sure. Coming from that dirt rock in the ground's all it was. Dad digging it out and putting it in there, and we run, I guess, 2 or 3 years there, just us and our buddies before. It was about 3 or 4 of us before we ever started. You guys come up, and then we went to your track, and then, it just escalated. I guess we're going on, I think, the 6th annual Battle in the South.
Wow,
this year.
It don't even seem real, does it?
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this, and not only that, the outdoor track, which is spectacular. We love outdoor Greystone Speedway, but that brings us to who decided to build the dome?
I believe that was Victor's idea.
Over here?
We kept, I guess kind of joint too, but we kept thinking about things to do in the wintertime, thought it'd be nice to, so we got to looking around for buildings that we could rent or this, and we never could find anything or find a facility that was would fit the situation, and so there again, we said, hey, we'll just build one.
There you go.
We'll take off
and I'm telling you, you guys have got us spoiled. I know for me and the Payne gang, we are spoiled because, we get to go and fortunate to go all over the place and check out other tracks. The amount of time and work is put into it and providing all of the racers somewhere to race. And the best part about the dome is it guarantees a race. If it's going to rain or whatever, you're guaranteed to get your race in here.
Guaranteed. Summer or winter.
That's exactly
right.
right.
We were real fortunate this past season that we did not have to come indoors. We didn't get rained out every time last year outdoors, and that was a real blessing. But it was here if we needed it.
It was here if you needed it. And I think that's what draws bigger crowds too, is when they know when they're showing up, they're going to race. They ain't going to have to question, well, is it going to rain us out and you don't get to race? You come to Greystone Speedway, you're guaranteed the race.
Especially for your bigger shows like Battle in the South, Fall Brawl, and stuff like that. It's just, and people traveling long distances, it's really good to have a guaranteed race.
That's right. That's right. And about too, you guys just the grooming of the track. That's something that you just learned over time. You didn't just decide we're going to do it like this. You just learned what not to do and what to do to give. Some of the best tracks we've ever been able to race on.
No. Race. race or racetrack is definitely a learning experience. You learn something every time you have a race, and that's the way this has evolved. We just started, when we first started trying to pack a track, we didn't know what we were doing. We'd have it a mess and ruts and this, and over time we finally learned to, the do's and don'ts of the dirt, and it's a learning process.
And the top dirt you're working with, too.
And it's different from track like our track prep here is different than what they do other places, or if we like the Worlds when we went and did that took a little different deal. So it's the dirt does make a difference.
It sure does. So Greystone Speedway 2020, what are we looking to see here at the track?
Well, on the outdoor track, we've got, we're going to put up some new walls all the way around. And
I'd help tear them down.
Redo it. Of course, this year, like I said, put the pipe up out there. And we're going to try to add a little extra parking and maybe a few spots for some campers, maybe.
I got you. And then not only that, the indoor. This has been a dramatic change inside here at the Dome. You guys have really, there ain't been no off season for Yuns.
No, the track when we first we did it, this will be our third year, I think. Of course, naturally, when you do any kind of thing dirt, it settles over time. And last year it had some dips and humps and settles in it, and so we tilled the whole thing up this fall and got it all regraded and ready, and I think it's going to be a whole lot smoother, faster, and actually doing away with the inside wall and going back to the pipe like we did on the outdoor.
Right.
I think it's going to give us a lot more room and a lot less cautions. And also we did a cover over the driver's stand to kind of keep the noise and stuff off the driver where we can concentrate, because it takes concentration to drive with these things. You can't just throw it out there and
it happens quick in here.
So it's definitely been a lot of work, and like I said, I do have the days that you wake up and say, "What are you doing?" And, but we love it, and we love the people, love the racers, and without them, it wouldn't be worth fooling with.
That's right. We wouldn't even none of us be around here, would we? It just if it wasn't for the guys coming out to support the tracks and everything that you do. Not only that, but you have been closed and sealed off up there to my favorite part of the racetrack, and that's the eating area that you have up there. You took care of that, and also back there where the ladies do the cooking and taking care of old Big Kev. That's number one party when I come to the racetrack is I got to fill my belly up first.
I like filling mine up quite a bit too back there. Yeah, we filled it in and tried to. We want to add a little extra heat back there too.
Well, we're sitting here in January, and I'm here without my coat on. That's one improvement I see already is I'm warm.
Well, we definitely got to give a shout out to our wives for
yes.
Helping with this and letting us do this and taking care of the facility and the restrooms and the cooking, as you said, and all that. We just couldn't do it without them. And if they wasn't going to be here every week, I wouldn't be here.
That's right. So. Well, that's what I'm telling you. That's the little things we take for granted as far as even races are concerned. I mean, some of the cleanest bathrooms I've ever been in, is here at Greystone Speedway. They take care of this place, but these ladies, I mean, those bathrooms are spotless every time I've ever walked in there.
And we just couldn't run the track without them neither. It ain't just us, It takes a family effort there. Like I said, if they wasn't into it too, we definitely wouldn't be in. We'd be traveling somewhere to race at somebody else's track probably.
Well, that's good, because I tell you what, we enjoy running up and down the road with these fellas right here. We're very fortunate to be able to hang out with these guys. And the Lord has blessed us, like I say, the tracks we get to go to. And you just get to be, I love being able to see the old Jennings boys there hanging out with us.
They are giants among us, men of steel, men of might, legends, villains. There are rockets, gassers, and throttle smashers.
The battle for the Crown Jewel Cup Series is on as we've got 22 laps to go. Chris Wall and Brad Bickford are duking it out for that points lead. We talked about it for 2 nights.
Crown Jewel Cup, presented by Norton Graphics 2020. Be there. Driver profile today is none other than one of the top runners of the Super Late Model class, and not only that, the Fiskell Modified class. Mike Ottinger, welcome to Fiskell Global Racing Network, friend.
Thank you for having me, Big Kev.
Well,
Glad
like
to be
I
here.
said, the Orange Deuce. That thing, I've seen it race several years now, but I'm telling you what, this cat right here, the last 2 races this season, I don't know what he's found, but I'm telling you what, he has had 2 cars on rails. Man, you have hit on something, and I'm telling you what, you have got that car screaming.
Well, thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Kevin. We've worked real hard. It took me a little while to get the grasp of these 5th scale cars.
Right.
They're a different animal.
Yeah.
Everything I've done in the past has been cars that had a lot of grip, and you were actually hunting ways to free them up and get them faster.
Right.
These are plenty fast enough. You got to figure out how to way to get them hooked up and drive them.
Well, one of the things I noticed too about you, Mike, is you're not a quitter.
Oh no, sir!
You're not a quitter. I'm telling you what.
The
The times of mid pack and even the times you were, I'm gonna say, toward the back of the pack, man, you were still plugging. You've never been in the back, but you know the times you were struggling trying to figure these cars out. I think that is one of the challenges that you was ready to meet head on.
Well, it is. It is. I always strive to do my best and to be the best. And sometimes, you achieve those goals. Sometimes you don't. But it's been definitely has been a struggle.
Sure.
It took me a little while to figure this out, but I've had a couple of people come on board and help me. Donnie Nelson Race Engines has been a really big asset for me.
Right.
That's something that I've not had to worry about now.
Nice engine program.
All I do is just bolt the motor in, and I know that part of it's took care of.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about that. And of course, I've had some good friends help me out with some other items in the sport here in the last little while. That has actually turned my program around.
Right.
And, I was a little bit hesitant, a little bit hard-headed about a few things, and that held me back a little bit. And I come to realize that, the answer to my problems was the correct answer.
Right.
And we could have went down another road with these cars,
right,
and actually made cars that drove better, handled better, would use more horsepower.
Right.
But that road is much more expensive.
Right.
And we went down another road that is very economical, again, for everybody, and it addresses the issues that these cars has to make good, close, clean, competitive racing. And it's been great.
I gotta say this, man. The last 2 races, I'm telling you, and it stands out in my mind because it was some of the best racing I have seen ever. You and Mr. Chris Wall.
Mike Ottinger showing the way. The 71 of Chris Wall starting to hunt him down as they hunt for lap traffic. Lap traffic, and it's
I mean, it was, you guys put a heck of a show. I mean, it was. I couldn't sit still. I was on the sidelines on the bleacher, and I'll tell you what, I couldn't sit still. When I see good racing, good competition come out, I can't sit still. I've got to be right in the middle of it. And I'm telling you what, man, you had me on the edge of my seat. You and Mr. Chris Wall, and the whole group as a whole. But man, that was some of the best, cleanest, funnest, action-packed racing. I'm talking every turn. Swapping.
It was.
Woo.
We had one weekend there where I followed Chris for quite some times with our EDM
the
cars
weekend before
and our open wheel cars. Yes, sir. The weekend before.
Yep.
And it was some really cool racing, and I happened to come out on top that night.
Yep.
But I had a racer that I know is a highly competitive racer and serious about what he does.
Yep.
Looked at me and he said, "That's the most fun I've ever had," and didn't win.
There you go.
and that was pretty cool to hear that from Mr. Chris Wall.
Yes, sir. And I'll tell you what, he is a strong competitor.
He is. And then we turn around the next week, and in the late model class, kind of the role was
the other
flipped.
way.
And he ended up coming out on top, but I was able to look at him and say that was one of the funnest late model races I've ever raced so far. And I didn't win.
And that's exactly what I told
so
my
it was
brother.
great.
Yeah, that's what I told my brother. I said, man, where else? You couldn't pay big money to go see racing that good. And for it to come out and be that excited when I left the racetrack after seeing that kind of racing.
It was. I mean, I didn't get to watch it. I was a part of it.
Right.
But I do know that everybody in the races, and everybody was very courteous, and everybody raced well.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, when it was the most exciting race you've ever been in and you don't win,
Yeah.
It's had to be good.
It was good.
It's had to be good, and it was, and,
Well,
and it has been, and
it was
and
fun
you know
to
we got some
watch.
top-notch racers to race with.
That's
too,
right.
you
That's
know.
right. That's exactly
And
right.
when you start getting the caliber of racers and the number of racers that we're having now, you have really good shows. You have really good A mains and some really good races.
That's just, and I'm telling you what, we're talking about the A mains, the races we've been involved with this year. I'm talking. You starting the E main, you've got good racing from E main to the A main.
Yes, sir.
I've
Yes,
seen
sir.
some good racers, being the lowest mains there have been, race their way up into the A main. So I mean, it's been, the competition level is definitely on the up.
It is. It is. It is. And you know, it's again, it's economical racing. No racing is cheap.
No.
It's economical racing. But you can take one of my cars is my modified is a pretty much stock King motor roller.
Right.
It's got like 3 options on it: hubs, a sweep, and a shock tire.
There you go.
And my other car kind of got all the bells and whistles, still all stock style stuff, but it's got the bells and whistles.
Right.
Either car runs just
That's
the same.
That's what we
You
love
know,
about it.
And you know, that's the beauty of it.
We've done in the mind of the racer, Mike Ottinger. Now, let's talk about the good old Mike Ottinger's talk. Let's just find out what he does Monday through Friday.
Uh-oh.
You ready for this, Mike? I'm just going to call these
Well,
out.
I don't know if I'm ready.
First
Kevin,
thing that's on your mind.
I'll give it a shot.
Everybody likes this. All the shows that we do, everybody likes our quick questions, and it kind of just lets everybody know the personal side of a racer or who we're interviewing. So it's just 2 things. It's just the one that pops in your mind. You just say it first, okay? There's no thought. Don't sit here and think about it. Just first thing pops in your mind. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Skydiving or scuba diving?
Skydiving, no doubt.
Patriots or Seahawks?
Who is that?
There you go. Brad Keselowski or Chase Elliott?
Chase Elliott, Chevrolet.
All right. Orange or yellow?
Orange.
Hot air balloon or airplane?
Either or.
Kool-Aid or Gatorade?
Gatorade.
Iron Man or Captain America?
Captain America.
Okay. Snake or a spider?
Oh my, spider, no doubt.
High tech or Futaba?
Futaba.
Ford or Chevrolet?
Chevrolet all the way.
Walmart or Dollar General?
Dollar General.
McDonald's or Burger King?
McDonald's.
Last one here. Disney World or Dollywood?
Dollywood.
Dollywood. There you go. Hey, guys, we appreciate you. Mike, thank you for being with us on Fifth Gear Over Racing Network. Our driver profile this week, the number 2 deuce, race owner right here. Tough competitor, Mike Ottinger.
Thank you, Big Kev. Appreciate y'all having me.
Thank you,
Enjoy
sir. Guys, that leads us to what we want to talk about next. Our Fifth Gear Over Racing Network, our giveaway. You guys have always been gracious enough to be with us since our inception. As far as our giveaway show goes, you always give something away for us. And this year, you guys have really stepped up and hit it out of the park. You guys are giving away a fifth scale late model. Victor and Kenneth, I can't thank you guys enough for helping support Fifth Gear Racing Network and getting the word out. And just giving that's a big step.
Yeah, that's a piece that I've seen that we hadn't give away, and I've talked to Chris about it after I thought about it, and talked to him a little bit about what I was thinking about doing, and to help you guys out with the show, because as always, the show's promoting everywhere and really helping the sport grow. But not only that, I want people to see kind of what we're doing with these giveaways and trying to help, let that get out there and see, and hopefully people will come and say, hey, let's come see what we're doing. And just a little bit about the giveaway, it's not only just a ready-to-run car, it's a complete controller. It's going to have upgraded servos. It's going to have upgraded parts, killer bees. It's going to be ready to hit the track.
Pour the fuel and let her rip.
Pour the fuel and go just like one that I would build for myself.
Oh, my goodness.
And it'll be a Telford body, of course, a pain cage, and Big Kev's driver, and Torque Graphics has done a unique wrap on it. Whoever wins it this year will get their number, of course, and if they got sponsors, we can add them in. But it'll be a wrap that'll be unique at any track you go to.
I hear you, man, and that'd be something to be able to tell, hey, look what I won at the giveaway.
Yeah.
If that was the only thing that we had to give away, it'd be worth that right there, just getting your name in the box or in the entry, just to get that. And not only that, man, but also Greystone Speedway, I better be on there somewhere.
Oh yeah, it'll be on there. And not only that, I'm gonna be looking at some of the races while I'm around at my track and other tracks I go to, and we may give a few extra entries away throughout the year.
There you go. And that's what it takes. It's all of us stepping up, working together, trying to promote the fifth skill. It ain't just one group of people. It's everybody and everywhere we go. And you guys are top hitters when it comes to my book whenever we're going on these tracks.
Yeah, we certainly hope, we're glad to be able to help what we can, and we hope it helps you all for sure. You all, like I said, you do a lot for the sport, and this kind of stuff takes a lot of effort, a lot of knowledge, and a lot of time, and so we can't say how much we appreciate what you all do and traveling all over the country to different racetracks and letting us see different venues and stuff. So we're certainly glad to be able to do that. And then, like I said, to the whoever the winner of the car is, and we hope they really enjoy that.
And they put it on the racetrack and run it.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, get your first win at Greystone Speedway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, I thank you for allowing us to be here with you this evening. And, man, I can't wait. Like I say, we're just at home. This is Greystone Speedway is our home away from home. We always look forward to being here at Greystone Speedway, whether it's in the dome or on the outdoor track. It's always a blast to be here in Greystone.
Stop.